this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to unbox a recent purchase I made. I have got here Wonderland Find Your Way by Richard Lorenz. This is probably a little bit of a FOMO purchase for me, if I'm brutally honest. I love, love, love Richard Lorenz. I would have to say, in general, he is probably my favourite artist that Diamond Art Club offers. So if you follow my channel for any length of time, you'll have seen some of his work, and I just absolutely love it. But I don't buy all of them. And I was a little on the fence with this one. I've got a lot of the Be the Bird collection, and this is a little bit different, although of course there are similarities because of the style. But this is an Alice in Wonderland themed kit. And I do like Alice in Wonderland themed kits. But I don't collect them, and I already have one or two in my stash. Is it just one? I think just one. But anyway, I don't, you know, collect all of the Alice in Wonderland stuff like I know some people do. No issue with it. I don't. And I wasn't sure about the Cheshire Cat cup because it looks a bit creepy. I know it's supposed to, but yeah. Anyway, so I was going to resist buying it. And then when it sold out really quickly in early release, I have to admit the FOMO kicked in at that point. And I thought, so often with these things, once you see it being worked on, it looks amazing. And there have just been one or two times that Richard Lorenz kits in particular have been discontinued as soon as they've sold out from that first run. I guess because he's such a popular artist that Diamond Art Club releases a lot of his kits, I can't even get in. So maybe it's just a sort of practicality thing of, you know, they can't stock like 50 different Richard Lorenz kits. I don't know. But anyway, I basically bought it because I had some points I could use, so I didn't, you know, spend real money. And I thought, yeah, I don't want to be there feeling I've missed out if it turns out that actually, you know, I really like the look of it once it's done. So that's my explanation anyway. Ooh, that was an interesting noise. And like, I do still really like it, don't get me wrong. Like, if it was a brand new artist and a new style to me, I probably would have been drawn and picked it up. It's only the kind of, I don't like working on the same kind of kits all the time thing. So I already have a stash full of kits in Richard Lorenz's style. So it's like, do I need another one that I maybe don't love as much as the others? But maybe I will really love doing one that's a bit different. Who knows? Anyway, enough rambling, cat. So it's a 55.8 by 73.7 centimetre painting, which was important. I think if it was a really big and beastie kit, that probably would have been a definitive no from me. But I can do a medium-sized kit in, you know, like 3 weeks or so. So if it's not my favourite kit ever, that's okay. This is 67 colours, including 2 Aurora Borealis drills and 3 fairy dust diamonds. Oh, the other thing I was going to say about the image and why I maybe wasn't totally in love with it is that it is a crop. So I can't remember exactly. The original artwork is definitely longer. It's like a long, thin one. And I know it's cropped at the bottom here, and there's another bit below in the original artwork. Can't remember about the top, but yeah, that was the other thing that sometimes when kits are cropped, it's like, I kind of wish it wouldn't have been. I'm sounding really, really negative, aren't I? But at the end of the day, I bought it, and I am glad I have it. And let's find out when I go into it how much I actually like it. I'll probably end up loving it now. Harry! Harry's around. No one's seen him on here for a while because he's usually out and about exploring when I'm filming. So I thought I'd put him on the... Oh, sorry. He did not want a stroke. Right, there is a toolkit which I'll whiz through in a moment. My thank you for purchase pouch, and here is, of course, the kit. I still haven't had one of Diamond Art Club's new style boxes that open up the other way. I've only actually seen 1 or 2 kits be released like that, so I wonder if it was actually just a special edition thing. I don't know. Anyway, so toolkit I will very quickly whiz through, because a lot of you have seen these a million times before at this point. So You get a tray. These are quite a good size tray. This is the kind of size that I buy when I buy from small shops anyway. So this is really handy. It's got a lid, it's got a stopper. They've actually started selling these in different colorways, which is cool as well. And inside you have got a 7-placer. You've got some of their original pink wax, and you've also got some of their new clear wax that they've started to include in the Twist and Pick pens that I'll get to in a minute. These feel quite different. I haven't actually tried them yet. Well, I've used this loads of times in the past, but not recently because I make and sell my own putty and that is all I use. But for the interests of science and experimentation, I do want to try this new wax because it definitely feels different to pink wax. It feels quite firm and it's got a much more, I was going to say it's got a much more solid feel to it, so that isn't the same as what I just said. But anyway, I am interested to try this. You also get a roll of baggies in your kit, and here is the pen. So this comes preloaded with that wax. You've got a 4-placer on one end, and then on the other end, if I take the lid off, you twist this up, you twist this up, you twist this, and you'll see wax start to come out from the end. Sorry about my camera messing around there. Obviously too much has come out because why wouldn't it? And yeah, you can also pull this out and reload it if you run out of wax, or put in your preferred wax or putty if you prefer. And this pouch here contains all the really useful information. So let's take a look in here. You will also these days find your trading cards inside the pouch. They used to be kind of loose in the box under the canvas, but they are coming in here now. And this looks to be, yep, this is a bronze card, which is what the majority of them are. They come in bronze, silver, gold, or black. Those go more rare as you go through those colours. And the purpose of these is to collect a certain number of each, which you can find out what you need at diamondartclub.com/redeem. Then you can scratch these codes off and claim really good rewards with them. I do like just collecting them and having them in a folder as well. And then in here, you've got lots of useful information, like I say, tips and tricks, step-by-step instructions, how to use the pen, a link to the Facebook group that Diamond Art Club runs, kit contents, and save 20% off your first purchase on the app. I do always mention as well, if you would like to support the channel by using my affiliate codes and you have never purchased from Diamond Art Club before, I do have a couple down below. Cat20 will give you 20% off your first ever Diamond Art Club purchase, and Cat10 will give you $10 off, or the equivalent in your local currency. Please don't feel obligated. I just mention it in case you are a first-time customer and you would like to, but make sure you use a code anytime you're purchasing from Diamond Art Club, because you never need to pay full price. Let's look at this. So these are all sticky. These are all stickers, individual stickers. And you've got a lovely one of the image on the back. I mean, it is cool, isn't it? I feel like, yeah, there must be something cropped at the top there, because there's definitely something up there. I feel like, I don't know. I just wonder, when you're cropping a painting, it's hard to do it in such a way that it isn't obvious there are bits that are missing. And I'm a bit of a kind of completionist, so yeah, I think if the image had been made by the artist as just this art and it stopped, you know, it wasn't clearly going off the sides, I would prefer it. But that's me being quite finicky, because the more I look at it, I do think it's going to be really fun to work on. I mean, look at the mice. They are so adorable. Yeah, so inside 67 colours, as I said, there are 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. I know I read what was on the side of the box, but I've forgotten already, okay? It's brand new information to me at this point. So there's a red AB, a yellowish AB, a sort of teal fairy dust. Oh, I love teal. Pink and white, and yeah, lots of nice bright colours. Like with any Richard Lorenz, there's often a lot of really neutral colours, so you often have these brownish backgrounds, but they involve a lot of colour blocking, so they tend to go quite quickly. And there's a fair few darker patches, but then bright colours popping out, which is exactly why I love Richard Lorenz kits so much to work on, because you have this wonderful combination of colour blocking in the background and then more confetti detailed sections filled with colour in the middle, and that's why they are so fun. Okay, let's look at the canvas. I'm not going to be dwelling too long on this unboxing today. Oh, sorry, that was a cat knocking something off. because I want to get this edited and uploaded, and I still have a few jobs to do today. So it's been a long week, to be honest, guys. It's Friday afternoon. It's one of those weeks where it feels like it's been a month, and yeah, I have not got much done, because most days it's been like, here's my to-do list, and now everything on the to-do list is going to take like 4 times as long as I think it is, and I'm going to feel like it's been super unproductive. So I'm very glad it's Friday, and I'm kind of looking forward to sitting down and resting for the weekend, but here we go. I did also want to have a look at this canvas. So here are the drills. And yeah, very, very heavy on the neutral tones, as I said. All these big bags of brown and peach are probably going to be making up the majority of that background. And I've looked at these canvases before and thought, oh, would that background get boring? I have to say it never has, because of that lovely juxtaposition between colour blocking and confetti. For me, because it's not all like that, I just find those bits really satisfying to whiz through quickly, and then I get to the more detailed bits, and it's always a really, really perfect blend of the two. There's some 310. I'm not going to get the drills out to go through. Long-time viewers of my channel will know I don't tend to do that when it's my own kit that I've purchased with my own money, because I'm not very good at rolling them up again afterwards. And yeah, I've got too many exploding boxes basically, where this is no longer neat and the box will not contain them. So I'm just gonna peer through the side like this. There was a sneak peek of this. I think it was Rachel Ray who had it. So if you want to see someone actually go through all the colour drills, go check her out, because I'm pretty sure it was her channel where I saw it. And I'm sure she will have gone through all of the colours, because that's what we tend to do in sneak peeks. But yeah, not this time, sorry. Yeah, very dominated by certain colours, just like you'd expect from the image, but some lovely bright pops of reds and blues and purples and a few greens down there. I don't see any special drills, which probably means they're not going to be in huge quantities, because it's the bigger bags that are sort of visible. But yeah, I'll have a look on the canvas. So let's do the old roly-poly to get this back on itself. Ooh, this is my first one with the grey perforated line markings. Hang on a second, I'll show you what I mean. So, here it is. So Diamond Art Club has perforated covers, which they're in sections basically. So they've got 10 by 10 centimetre sections, and they're really good for sectioning up the painting for you as an alternative to more traditional methods like release paper or washi tape. And they did start doing them with pink, and they were pink lines for a long time, but at some point recently they've changed them to grey ones. So it's a little bit less distracting from the image underneath. They're actually kind of hard to spot, I think, when I'm looking through the viewfinder. So that's cool, but as you're working on it, I'm trusting that they will still be visible enough. Oops, I just put my fingernail right through a perforated line. This is just a little bit in need of more flattening. So let's do that, and then let's do the same at the top, and then I'll actually show it to you. There is the bottom properly, and there is the top. It actually is really cool, isn't it? It's got lots of little details in it, lots of little pictures within a picture, which I always enjoy. Fun fact, Lewis Carroll, who wrote Alice in Wonderland, was a Don at an Oxford college, and I live in Oxford. There's a shop near the college where he worked that sells all Alice in Wonderland paraphernalia. It's rather cool. Do you know what I was saying about colour blocking in the background? I'm not seeing as much of it as usual in this one. There's a lot of sort of, I suppose maybe line blocking, as people often say, where it's not really blocking because there's not big sections, but you can still get through it relatively quickly with a multi-placer. It's not like true confetti where it's just a drill of one colour here, a drill of one colour there. But yeah, all those background sections, the top bit, like this side is a little more blocky. This side's quite detailed. So yeah, that's a little different to usual. And then on the other hand, again, it's like it's just trying to make a liar out of me. This is one of the brightly coloured sections that actually does have a bit of blocking and some black for that lovely contrast. That's one of the things I really enjoy in diamond painting. A nice black or dark background and then bright colours popping out against it. The Cheshire Cat cups. The Cheshire Cup? I don't know what to call it. The eyes are very cool. They look to have been rendered very nicely. Lovely bright greenish teal shades in there. I wonder if that AB, not AB, fairy dust is there. And it is that spade symbol. I don't know if you can actually see. But yeah, there's going to be fairy dust drills in those eyes. Ooh, okay. So initial thoughts are pretty much what I said at the start. That it's not my favourite Richard Lorenz ever, but I do like it a lot, and I do think it will be a lot of fun to diamond paint. And if it was the first one that was ever released by this artist and just an introduction to his style, I would have snapped it up in a heartbeat, and it was only the, you know, how many Richard Lorenzes do I want in my collection holding me back? Anyway, as I said, I also used points to claim it, which I tend to kind of hoard my rewards points on my account, and then I use them obviously if there's a time that I can't afford to buy something, but also for kind of ones like this where I'm maybe not so 100% sold on the kit. I'm, you know, more like 95% there, and it makes me feel a little less guilty about spending the money because, you know, I'm only actually paying shipping out of pocket. I think it's very cool though. I do think it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to pan over it and then come back to you with some more thoughts. What do you reckon? Anyone else have similar mixed feelings to me on the crop? And I say mixed feelings because I've only really said the negatives so far, where I don't really love, I'm doing this and you can't actually see either ends of the crop. I don't love the fact that you can see going off screen, off canvas. Oh my goodness, Cat, words, get the right ones. I don't like that you can see that. But on the other hand, if it was full length, I probably wouldn't have bought it, because then it would have been a really long painting. So I've just kind of confirmed that they did the right thing, haven't I? At least as far as this particular customer is concerned. But yeah, I don't buy many really long or big paintings if I can avoid it. Just because I already have a lot. You know, I actually really love those paintings because I love the detail in them. But I already have so many that I'm on a sort of self-imposed, well, not ban, because I definitely do still buy them when I want something enough, but I limit myself with them. The bar is higher for when I will buy something. Whereas if it's sort of small to medium, I'm like, yeah, I like that, so I'll give it a go, because sometimes it's nice to have things in your stash that you're not, you know, they're a little bit different to things you would normally go for, and then once in a while you feel like working on one of those, and then it's like, wow, this is really refreshingly different and new. Anyway, I wonder where the special drills go. So AB's, the red one is through this rose, which makes perfect sense. I like that a lot. Flowers are often sort of set off with special drills. Don't think it's anywhere else. I see like one lone AB on the hand of the clock, but that's it. And then the yellow AB, that's up here in the bubbles. Is that all? Might be, you know. I don't see any more of it. And then the teal fairy dust, I already said, is in the eyes. Is that anywhere else? The butterfly. But again, not huge amounts. The pink fairy dust. Sorry, I'll be making you dizzy the way I'm moving this back and forth. And that's also in the rose. But I don't immediately see it anywhere else. And the white fairy dust, well, there is a lot of that in the Cheshire Cup, as I've now decided to call it. And a little bit here and here. And then in the clock. Oh, and the mouse up there. And a little bit in the bubbles. Okay, so there's a fair amount of the white fairy dust. The rest of them seem to have been used quite sparingly. Excuse me, I've got a catch in my throat. Yeah, the rest of them seem to have been used quite sparingly. So, yeah, sometimes you don't need a lot of special drills when you've got that bright colours popping out against a neutral or dark background effect. So yeah, as ever, I trust Diamond Art Club's process. I've never once completed one of their kits and thought I would have liked more special drills or fewer special drills. I tend to think they judge that very well. I think the flower being heavily special drill related makes a lot of sense, and the other things that are accented as well. So there you have it. There is Wonderland, Find Your Way. I cannot remember if I already asked this, but do let me know in the comments below if you picked this one up. I know a fair few people do, or did rather, because it flew out. And as far as I'm aware, you can currently sign up for notifications for when it comes back. So I probably didn't need to panic buy, but panic buy I did, and here we are. And I think on balance, whilst this is quite clearly not my favourite diamond painting in my collection, I am very happy to have it. I think it's got more than enough going on in it that I really, really enjoy to get me past the little niggles like the cropping. And I mean, his face is creepy, but it's supposed to be. The mice, I think, are going to be one of my favourite parts. And the butterfly and the flower, I bet those are all going to look really pretty. And I think it's the kind of canvas that is probably going to look a lot better when done as well. I mean, they all do, because otherwise what would be the point in diamond painting? But I mean, compared to the render, I think it's going to look really magnificent once actually completed. So there you have it. Sorry for the slightly rambly, where the heck is my brain going next with this thought style of this video today. But yeah, I wanted to take a look at it, and I'll try and get this video up later this evening for anyone who's interested to take a nosy at it. So thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.